Hi, I'm Chris Johnson from Work Visa Lawyers. Today we'll be talking about the 10 main benefits of being an Australian permanent resident. Please subscribe to our channel to receive all the latest immigration news and updates. Number 1, Medicare. Enrol in Medicare to have access to the Australian universal healthcare system that provides you access to a range of healthcare services for free or at a lower cost, including medical services by doctors, specialists, and other health professionals. Number 2, working rights. As a permanent resident, you'll have full work rights. You can work at any job for any employer without restrictions. In 2022, Australia had the third highest monthly average pay in the world of US dollars 4,218 per month. There are some exceptions to what jobs you can get. For example, specific organisations such as the Australian Public Service or Defence Forces may need you to be an Australian citizen for you to work for them. Number 3, cheaper higher education for permanent residents. Permanent residents have access to domestic fees, which is cheaper than international students. Number 4, childcare and education subsidy. PR holders can be eligible for childcare subsidy. The Australian government pays subsidies directly to your childcare provider to reduce the fees you pay for childcare. You also have access to government schools where children can get free education up to the 12th grade. There are some limited admin fees associated with public schools. Number 5, Social Security and Centrelink. Permanent residents of at least 2 years will in some circumstances be eligible for Centrelink. Centrelink offers social welfare and may be available to you with aid in relation to sickness, unemployment and study, and it can in some circumstances be extended to your family members. Number 6, buy property and get a grant. Permanent residents will be eligible for the first homeowner's grant of $10,000, which can be applied to purchase your first apartment, house, unit or townhouse. This contrasts with temporary visa holders that have to get Foreign Investment Review Board approval or FIRB approval and pay a large fee to be able to buy property in Australia. Number 7, live in New Zealand. With Australian permanent residency, you can live, work and visit New Zealand. You can also buy a house in New Zealand while an Australian permanent resident. Number 8, sponsor family to come to Australia. As a permanent resident, you may be able to sponsor your family members such as sisters, brothers, parents, in-laws and others for certain types of visas, usually short-term visas like visitor visas. Number 9, apply for Australian citizenship. As an Australian citizen, you're able to do several things, including to vote in elections and to get certain jobs and to serve in the Defence Force. To apply for Australian citizenship, normally you need to have been a permanent resident for at least 1 year and to have lived in Australia for at least 4 years prior to applying. Children born to permanent residents in Australia are automatically granted citizenship. Number 10, live in Australia and have the freedom to travel overseas. The grant of permanent residency means you can live in Australia permanently without a time limit while you're in Australia. The ability to travel on your first permanent residency grant is for 5 years. If you meet the residency requirements, then you can extend the ability to travel through applying for another visa called a resident return visa. Some people keep renewing their PR and extending their ability to travel for the rest of their lives. So that's a summary of 10 things that are benefits of being an Australian permanent resident, but there are probably lots of other benefits. We haven't also talked about some of the challenges that come with being an Australian permanent resident and some of the threats of losing permanent residency, which we may cover in another video. If you have any questions or need any help with your PR, please contact us. We're one of Australia's largest immigration law firms and have a team of professional immigration lawyers and registered migration agents that can help you. For further information about Australian immigration and visas, subscribe. Thanks for watching.